So while we are decorating, I want to go ahead and get a chicken tortilla soup put into the crock pot. This is like a copycat for McAllister's Deli. If you've ever tried theirs, I really enjoy theirs. I know that there are chicken tortilla recipes that call for cheese. I don't care for those. I have everything here that I need except for a bay leaf, which that's going to be okay. And then I just grabbed these things from the Dollar General last night, what I didn't have. And they had this 10-ounce can of enchilada sauce, the red enchilada sauce. It calls for 15 ounces, but these were $3.25 each, and I didn't want to buy two and then throw half away, so surely it will be okay. But this is all of the ingredients. Of course, I will link the recipe down in the description box below for you. It's from Pinterest, and I'll let you know how it turns out, of course, at the end. But here is my chicken bouillon cubes. I use 32 ounces of water, which is 4 cups, and I use 4 cubes because I didn't have any chicken broth. So let's go ahead and get this assembled, and we're going to cook it on low for the next 6 hours. Now that our soup is going, I thought we would go ahead and just have a glance at all of our decorations that we have to choose from. I certainly have an abundance of everything, but this is always the fun part, is to pull everything out and just to remember what all that you have, and I'm certainly not going to be buying anything new this year unless I just happen to be out and find a good deal on something and find something that I can't live without. My grandmother always called all of her decorations her pretties, and she's been gone 2 years now, so I will always refer to all of my decorations as my pretties. But here is the before. We are going to be working on the living room, going to be decorating the fireplace, and I'm going to do a little bit of decorations right here on the TV stand. We have all of this first aid stuff out because we just recently got this bright orange bag, and so we wanted to organize some of those things in there in case we go on a trip and we just want to grab a quick first aid kit, but we haven't quite got that completed yet. this is your first time stopping by my channel, I just wanted to welcome you and say hello. My name is Ashley. I am married to David, and together we have a 7-month-old son named Arthur, and he is the joy of our lives. So that pad and this boppy and that cushion and the little burp cloth, all of that is his. That is his particular seat on the couch. So those things, they will stay. And all of his toys, I got to come up with a better toy storage. Like, I would like to have a nice chest. My grandmother had one before she had passed away. She said that I could have it. I just have not gone to pick it up yet, but I think that would be the perfect storage for his toys, and it would look pretty as well. But I will get that eventually, but for right now, it's just fine having these toys over here to the side. I actually look at it as it's such a privilege, to have all of these toys over here. It makes my heart super happy. But I thought I would let you know where you are visiting today. You are visiting the Appalachian Mountains in East Tennessee. So we are an hour and a half away, southeast from the Great Smoky Mountains. If you know Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, all of that. We are the Unicoi Mountains, and we are on the North Carolina-Tennessee border. I just thought that I would let you know where you are visiting today, and hopefully if you like the video, you'll subscribe and you'll stick around for some more. Hopefully in the fall and winter season, we're going to have lots of more videos coming. So the deer on the fireplace, they are home interior. If you remember that brand, I don't mean to talk about my grandmother so much, but I think we just hit the 2-year mark where she's been gone, and I've just had her on my mind a whole lot right now. But those deer were hers as well, and I can't think of anything more fall than deer. So those are going to stay on the fireplace. And then I have, bear everywhere as well, because we do live in a log cabin. And I will show you what the living room looks like at the end from upstairs, so you can kind of get a better idea of what it looks like. But I'm going to just switch out these pictures. I am about to get a bunch more developed. I have a ton that I need to get off of my phone and get those developed or put onto an SD card or do something with them. But these are just the ones that I have for now, so that's what we're going to go with. That is my sweet, sweet baby. He has a lot more hair than that now. And then here we are, mommy and daddy. So that's the pictures that we're going to put onto the fireplace. I did go ahead and just put everything into the bag just to get that out of the way for right now. And we will finish organizing this later. Last year, I had the garland on the back part, just like this, up against the stone of the fireplace, and I put all my decorations in front of that. But this year, what I had kind of envisioned was bringing the garland to the front and kind of draping that over the top of the mantle. And I picked up that fall sign that is in the middle. In my last video, if you went thrifting with me, I found it for $4, and it had a $34.99 sticker on it from Hobby Lobby. I was looking for some sort of sign to go there, and I wanted to go to Hobby Lobby and look for one, something, maybe a Bible verse or talking about family or being blessed or thankful. Maybe something with white on it. That's kind of what I had envisioned, but I found this one, and I do believe it's going to work just fine there. And that garland, I got it a couple years ago from Big Lots, and I don't even know if Big Lots is still in business. The pumpkins that I'm putting up there right now, those were my mother-in-law's. I got those from her. whenever she had passed away. And I thought I would just put some random pumpkins here. You know, I didn't want to overdo it. I wanted to try to keep it, you know, somewhat simple. I also picked these lights up in my last video. I got orange ones. I was going to chicken out and just get like plain warm lights instead of the orange ones, but they didn't have them. I'm actually glad that they didn't. And you're going to see how that turns out at the end. You're going to have to wait because I don't have a small little extension cord. It's in the storage building, and my husband is up on our property doing some work, so he's going to go in the storage building and grab one of those for me. So you'll just see how it all looks, you know, toward the end. So who remembers this pumpkin from last year? If you've been here for that long, God bless you. I don't know how you've put up with me for that long, but thank you for being here. But this was the pumpkin that we used to announce that we were with child and our little baby was going to be here of March of 2025. And little Arthur, he actually was born on the 25th of February. I was 39 weeks and 4 days. So I was just about to hit 40 weeks. And I think if I wasn't induced, I think that he probably would have hung in there till 41, 42 weeks. No joke. I think he was pretty comfortable in the womb, but that's all the decorations that I'm going to do on the bottom part there. I'm just going to wipe the TV off. I don't use any cleaner on the TV because a professional cleaning company told me one time when I was looking for cleaner to use a slightly damp microfiber cloth, and they wouldn't recommend using any cleaner on it, so I've just stuck with that for all this time. But as you can see, I have empty picture frames down here for decoration, and that's been that way for probably a year. But it's funny looking back how much has changed within a year. Just a reminder that things that are impossible with man, they are possible with God. You know, he is the God who specializes in bringing good even out of bad situations. So just don't lose hope and don't give up. Whatever you are hoping for, seeking for, praying for, just keep knocking, keep asking. It's what the Bible keeps telling us to do. The Lord, he is faithful and he does hear our prayers, and it will happen, you know, in the Lord's timing. He knows the desire of our hearts because he gives us those desires, and they're natural and they're normal, and we just need to keep bringing it before the Lord and let him, you know, just do his thing, his perfect work, and, you know, just work on our character. And then in the right time and due season, then, you know, the Lord, he is going to bless us, and it will be better than what we could have ever have imagined or thought for ourselves. I'm just a little extra thankful for my miracle child this year. Praise God. Glory be to him. Thank you, Jesus. We've got so much to be thankful for, guys. This season, just hug your family a little bit closer. You know, make your home just a little bit more cozy, make some really good food, and just really focus on the things that matter in this life. Just kept moving stuff around. I like to have never figured out what I wanted to put on this shelf. I would get it on there and then I would think that it would look too cluttered, so it took me a while. All right, the chicken has been cooking on low for the last 6 hours and it smells really good. So now it's time to get the chicken out and shred it up. I guess I could shred it in the pot, but it's so hot. I wouldn't take the risk on splashing the liquid on me and burning myself because I have been burnt pretty severely twice within the last few weeks. So no, thank you. I'm going to just get it out and shred it up. I thought that I needed 2 plates to be able to do that, but this chicken, it is so tender. It just falls apart. Now, I will tell you that I will give this recipe, a 9 out of 10. I think that that extra 5 ounces of the red enchilada sauce would just take it to the next level, and maybe even the bay leaf if you could pick one of those up. But that is, of course, an added expense. And I don't know about you, but I don't cook with bay leaves like hardly ever. Like, unless it's very specific to a recipe, I would just be buying it, and then it would probably end up going bad and it would be a waste of money. I would not have filled that enchilada can up with water and poured it into the pot. I would have done without that. But other than that, I'm telling you, if you like Mexican food, you will like this recipe. I am actually not a huge Mexican food eater. Like, if I go to the Mexican restaurant, I'm going to get the same thing. I'm going to get a chicken chimichanga every single time. I never veer from that. But the flavor of this chicken tortilla soup is very, very similar to that. And especially with the chips, you have to eat it with the chips. And if you like sour cream, those two things are a must because it just takes this soup to the very next level. And it is so delicious. I will definitely put this in the rotation and cook it again during the cold winter months because there's nothing better than a good pot of soup or something cooked in the crock pot. You can eat on this for several days. And honestly, it doesn't get any healthier than some chicken and vegetables. But here is a montage of how everything looks at the end here. I'm going to play just a little bit of music and just say thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, spending time with me. Love you. Keep fighting that good fight of faith. And the Lord willing, we will see you again very soon. Decided to look back at last year's fall decorating video, and a lot of the stuff that is here, I got rid of it, but I ended up getting a whole bunch more stuff from my mother-in-law because she passed away, and so I went through her stuff, but a lot of the stuff I still had. I read the description, and I was actually 22 weeks pregnant here, and you know what? I still looked like myself. Like, my arms were normal size, my face was normal size, but when I turned to the side, I have a little baby bump. It's in the 3rd trimester when I just really blew up and started gaining a ton of weight. But up until this point, you know, I still really looked like myself. But I was just trying out the different wreaths here. There'll be like an overall where I'll show it all when it's completely done. But I was changing out the pictures here, some pictures that I had from past year. I think this is really cute. I still have this bear right here next to the mantle, and so I could just recreate that, but I really do want to go like more minimalistic and just simple. And going forward, I really want to be intentional about the decorations that I have. I would rather them like actually mean something, you know, instead of just having a bunch of random stuff. But yeah, this is what it looked like last year. And then I was cleaning out my bookcase, which this is now to the right when you walk in the door instead of right here. I could move it back here, but this is where we put the Christmas tree last year, so I just moved it and, you know, never moved it back. But yeah, so I was just cleaning that out. And then this was late at night in my pajamas, and I guess I decorated the kitchen in the same video, so kudos to me. I thought, oh, this is gonna be so cringy, but I'm not listening to the voiceover, so the voiceover may be really cringy, but so far just watching it, I'll have to go back and watch it. You know, it's cute, it doesn't look bad, but like this little sign right there, I can get rid of it. I had all of my what do I want to call them? Yeah, they're chickens. I couldn't think of what they were called. They were from my mama who passed away, but I have those in a tote upstairs, so it's definitely gonna look different. That was cute. Okay, so I put this one there. I do remember that. Yeah, that one is cute. I like that. So we may have to redo that. Alright, and I had the tablecloth on here. That table, I'm not going to be decorating it this year. That's in the dining room, but yeah, that all looks really cute. Folding laundry. And then I remember buying these little things for my sweet baby. I don't remember where we were going in this video. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I'll link it in the description box for you in case you want to go back and spend some time with me a year ago, actually. So I guess I'm doing a get ready with me. Oh, look it. There's no way I would fit in that dress now. I wonder if any of my fall clothes are actually going to fit me. It could be a problem. But usually I wear my clothes so oversized and big, so hopefully it will. But look how cute. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, how sweet. I love that I have this memory. And this, okay, yeah, this was a TJ Maxx haul. But okay, yeah, so now I know. Oh, look at all these little clothes that I picked up for him too. Awesome, awesome. Okay, well, at least I have an idea of what I did last year, and so we'll just go from there.